and the Clintons. But who released it and what's the fallout? That's next. All right, here's the photograph. Surfaced today showing Hillary Clinton posing with former President Bill Clinton and Chicago landlord Tony Rezco. Rezco is awaiting trial next month on federal corruption charges. He's, of course, the Tony Rezco that Hillary Clinton mentioned in that debate with Barack Obama, that he's a Barack Obama supporter and that Obama had worked for him. Now, here's the Obama campaign's response. If they are standing there beaming with Tony Rezco, it means they knew who Tony Rezco was. He was a player, a prominent figure, raising money and about town. David Axelrod, senior Obama advisor. We're back with our panel. So what about this picture? What does it mean, Fred?
Well, a picture is supposed to be worth 1,000 words. I think that one's worth about 4 or 5 words, and the words were from the Clintons. You know, we don't know the guy. I mean, everybody knows at the White House. I mean, particularly at Christmas time, when they'll have about 20 Christmas parties, and the poor president and the first lady stand there for hours with people being streaming through. I mean, people like us streaming through and having their picture taken with them. And I'm sure they don't know. I mean, they hear the names announced. I'm sure they don't know who most of the people are. I suspect that's true in this case. I don't know.
I mean, this apparently was a Democratic National Committee event. He had donated money to the overall party.
Yeah, okay. So it doesn't mean that there's any tie between the Clintons and Tony Rezco.
The whole Clinton campaign has been furious that the mainstream media has not picked up this Rezco story, which is a big deal in the Chicago press, and the papers there have covered it extensively. And but the LA Times had a story this week, actually, that Rezco bundled $200,000, not $85,000, worth of funds to Obama campaigns over the years, and he's only given back $85,000 to charity. The Chicago Sun-Times has reported that Rezco wrote 14 letters on that Obama wrote 14 letters on Rezco's behalf to help him out getting various federal contracts and so on. So the Clintons, you know, Hillary had to bring this out herself, mentioned it in the debate in order to get anybody to pay attention to it.
Well, now the picture's out, Charles. I mean, every reporter is doing a story about Rezco today.
If the Obama campaign had released it, it was a huge mistake. Because if you look at it, you know that if there's a president who has an association with someone and is in a picture, he signs it. It would say, "Dear Tony, love the slumlord of business, Bill and Hillary." And the fact that if you look at that picture, look how young Bill and Hillary are. Clearly, it's an early Dorian the Gray portrait, long before the major sinning occurred. This is from long ago, but it raises the issue of Rezco. I mean, in that debate, it was sort of ignored. It was a tit for tat. He accuses her of being on the board of Walmart, which is an economic war crime in the eyes of liberals. She accuses him of association with this guy Rezco, and it looked like just a cheap shot either way. And today what you get is a whole story on this association, which in fact is 17 years, and it redounds against Obama, I think, badly. It creates a story. He's got to defend himself on this in a way that he wouldn't have had to if this picture hadn't surfaced.